Okay? So what's happening is more people are starting to enter. I'm connecting with my guide and everyone's starting to file. So I'm just gonna wait and see who they bring in first. Sometimes they'll bring in one at a time. Sometimes I might get 4 or 5 people, and then I'll start working my way around the room. Who recognizes the name Joseph? Joseph, very clear, Joseph. Perfect. All right. I know he's going to be one of the first people that I start with. And what about Deborah? Deborah. Perfect. Good. Okay. Robert? Robert. Wonderful. Okay. So that could be several people. I'm just slowly starting to get their names. As when they step in, I'll say, give me your name, talk to me about the passing, give me one specific date, and then we'll move on. Okay? So I'm getting the first couple of names. And what about Henry? Henry, older generation. Wonderful. Good. Okay. So I'm just going to see who I'm going to start with. I feel like I'm starting with Deborah. Okay. Who claimed Deborah? Okay, wonderful. I'm coming to you. I'll get to the other names, and then they're going to start making me work around everyone else as well, okay? All right, so I'm starting with you. There's actually 2 or 3 stepping in, so I'm going to take my time with it, okay? But Deborah is actually the first person that I'm attaching to, and I'm being told it's your daughter. Do you understand? Wonderful. Okay, you've had communication with her before, is what I'm being told. So she's saying to me she just wants to validate things that have been going on with you recently. Do you understand it? Wonderful. Okay, good. All right, so I'm having her approach. All kinds of purple and blue around her as far as her aura. She's very lovely. She's saying to me that she lived longer than what was expected. Do you understand it? And she's saying it's because of the way my mom cared for me. Wonderful. She's saying I can see now. Do you understand? And I can hear clearly, and I'm complete with God, because she's saying not only did she couldn't hear, but she couldn't see. Do you understand it? And I'm being told they are just 2 of the disabilities. Wonderful. What's with them in the December? Because there's a husband energy stepping in just behind her. Do you understand it? Okay, so I'm going to leave it as long as you understand it. She's so beautiful. And I'm talking about her gentleness and her love. Nothing but compassion. And this is what I'm being told, even though there were those disabilities and what she had on this level, before she actually crossed to the other side, she glowed. Do you understand it? Nothing but love. Wonderful. So peaceful, not only here, but on the other side. She said, part of me felt like when I was here, because of my abilities, I almost felt trapped. But my mom always made me feel like I was complete. Do you understand? Wonderful. All right, they're taking me into an operating room. I'm starting to see a huge white light. I feel like I'm being wheeled in. She's saying to me that she was in the operating room with you along with your husband, because I'm starting to feel him step in when you just recently had your operation. There's an angel there, there's your husband, there's a mother energy and your daughter, and they were actually in the room with you when you just got operated on. To understand it? Out of protection. Wonderful. They're saying to me that it's going to take a while for you to heal. Do you know what I mean by that? Wonderful. Good. She's so loving. I can see them. I can see you on the operating table. I see the huge white light, and they're standing over watching you. I'm trying to figure out how to put this into words, because they said that you're happy, but you pray to be with them. Do you understand it? Okay. Because she's saying to me, Mom, you still have time there. We're always with you. I know that you feel like sometimes you want God to take you so you can be with us, because you miss us so much. But you need to know that your time is not done. Do you understand it? Okay. And she just said, I love you. She's saying she's with you so much. You feel her. Because she said, my mom senses when I'm around her. She says, not always, but most of the time. Do you understand it? Okay, good. Your husband's saying how much he loves you. I'm being told today it's about her connection with you. Even though he's here, he's saying to me it's about their time together, okay? Even though he's making himself known, and I can see him, and he's standing beside her. She's given me such love. When they pass love to me from the other side, I get very, very, very warm, and I feel so much emotion. She's so sweet. I'm asking her what else she wants to give me for validation, what else she wants to say. Whose ashes do you have? Your husband's. Okay, perfect, because they're showing me the ashes, and I feel like I want to put them close. Wonderful. So it's his way of validating. And who's John for you?
Son-in-law.
Perfect, because somebody wants to talk about him. He's still here on this plane. Do you understand it? Okay, good. He's saying to me that he's been watching over John. I'm being told John is still here. This is his main message. He says that he's struggling and going through a lot right now. Do you understand what he's talking about? And he's saying to tell him that things are going to get better. I'm being told one of the main people that he's assigned to is John. For whatever reason, whatever that connection is, that he's watching over him. Do you understand it? Wonderful. Okay, good. I'm going to ask him if he wants to say anything else about him. He said, let her know how much I love her. Okay, good. Do you understand why he's saying to me there's nothing else that could have been done before I passed? With the husband. Do you understand it? Because that's what he's saying to me. There's nothing else that could have been done. Wonderful. And what's with the month of October? Perfect. Because she's saying October to me. So that was her birth month. Wonderful. As I always say to them, talk to me about the passing, give me validation about your name, and they give me a specific date. But I'm being told that's the second date that's been given because you recognize December from before as well. Wonderful. Good. You just celebrated her birthday. Because she said to me, I had to give you October because I wanted my mom to know that I spent the day with her and that I know that she celebrated me. Do you understand it? Wonderful. She said, I'm starting to see the white doves in front of both of them. There's a mother energy standing behind them just for support, so it's a mother energy for you. She's not stepping in, and that's okay. She's just here with them, okay? So it's the white doves in front of everybody. It's the way of showing that they're all at peace together. Wonderful. Your husband has, it's like a darker blue and just a really pretty like light blue all around him. So it's just me seeing the aura colors from the other side. Very protective of you still. To understand it, and he was protective of you when he was here. He's saying to me, he watches over you all the time, and he's with you all the time. Okay, because he's saying to me, he's still very protective over you. Wonderful. Your daughter makes me feel like I want to hold your hand. I'm going to do that, okay? But she makes me feel like I need to be close to you for some reason. She said yes. Okay, good. All right, I'm going to hear her words. This is her last message, okay? So that's why she's having me do this. Did you call her Debbie? Okay, because she said they always give me their proper name. She said, can you call me Debbie? And that's how I know, even though her proper name was Deborah. Please tell my mom how much I love her. I wanted her to know that I was here because she asked me to come. You understand it? You told her you wanted her to be here with you today, to give you a sign that she's still with you and that they see everything that you've been through lately. That's why she was talking about it. Do you understand it? Wonderful. They're showing me the praying hands, so that's how I know that you're offering prayers. She said, I see how much you want to be with us, and I just need you to know that we're still with you, and that it's not your time yet. So enjoy your family that you still have here, and that they're always going to be there waiting for you, okay? And she just said, I love you, Mom. She asked me to hug you. Good. And she said, this is from her, and she says that she loves you, and that she hasn't left you, okay? And she said, but she wants you to take care of yourself. And she said, you're trying. You're doing a good job, she said. But it's just her way of saying that you still have some time left here, okay? All right, they're starting to pull their energy back. So I'm going to wait to detach to them, and then I'm going to move around the rest of the room, okay? Wonderful.